So here is the gorgeous Ragdoll pussycat, Winnie. Winnie! First visit to us. She's been a little bit wriggly coming out the basket while she's been getting used to her surroundings.
What's the nickname, Nate?
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Mum's told me she's called Winnie the Bulldozer. So when we asked why she's called the Bulldozer, it's because she just barges through everything, pushes past everything, very confident cat. And we were like, oh, okay. So when she came out the basket, we literally opened the door, woof, she was out like a shot. So what she's come for is basically she just needs a good groom all over. She's got a few little mats around her back end on the top up here and on this side as well. Mum's been cutting her, trying to get bits away from her, so they're only little mats. I mean, they would develop into a big pelt if they weren't, you know, taken away today. And she's got them under her armpits as well, so we've had a feel under there. So what we're going to do, we're going to give her a real good groom over, get some condition back in this coat. She's very dry. She doesn't groom herself, so it's going to be left in the hands of Mum to help get this coat into, you know, into a nice condition coat. So that's nice, Winnie, isn't it? That's nice and relaxed. So we're going to give her a good groom through, get some of these natural oils coming through her coat. I'm going to start her off with a little bit of oatmeal coming through as well, a bit of conditioning spray for her as well, just so Mum gets a head start with getting this coat a little bit silkier, because she is very, very dry. And get that nice and smooth, nice and silky, all the mats removed. She'll have a little belly clip underneath, and with it being hot that won't matter because she'll be able to plonk her belly down on a cold floor to cool herself down a bit, and it will grow back in a matter of, you know, a couple of months, 2-3 months anyway. So we've just been saying to Mum about keeping on top of grooming with her. And Mum said she doesn't like being groomed, full stop. She's not a fan of it. So Mum had been recommended to use a Furminator, which is unfortunately, especially in the UK, it seems to be the first thing that we're all told to go and buy is a Furminator for our long-haired cats. And I have to say, I absolutely loathe them because they tear the hair out, the good and the bad hair. And it must be excruciating for the cats to have that ripped out of the skin. I know, you know, having long hair myself, there's no way I'd want anyone to just yank my hair and just tear it out from my head. And nor does your cat, which is why we use the molting comb and we use the Zoom broom. So I've said to Mum, while she's getting used to, while Winnie is getting used to being handled and groomed again, because she's not been a fan, to use the Zoom broom, because she's actually really been enjoying the Zoom broom all the time she's been here. And that will really help Mum get Winnie into the routine of having a little brush. And then she can do a quarter section of a time, and you do a quarter with the molting comb, using the technique I always do, and make sure that quarter section with the molten comb is clear of any matting, and then give Winnie the treat of the Zoom broom. And honestly, they soon get to know that the Zoom broom is something to really cherish and relax with it. And many a cat has turned from being a cat that hates being groomed to a cat that comes running to be brushed now. We've seen it many a time, Steve, haven't we?
Yeah.
As long as mums and dads are consistent with their grooming and their handling,
Get used to it,
they do get used to it. So this becomes the treat. So it's not the food, it's not treats as in food treats, it's the treat as for the grooming treat. And then her coat will come up beautiful, and it will help with any matting because she'll be nice and silky and all the old dead hair will be coming away. You see what's coming out. Good girl.
It's a wriggler.
She is a little bit of a wriggler, but she will get used to it. This is a cat that hates being groomed and tries to pull the wool. So when we first started with the coat, I don't want you eating that, baby. So when she first arrived and I was trying to show Mum the technique with the molting comb, when we got near these mats at the back, as soon as we got near them, she was doing a little wah, 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 and the paw was coming out. Now she's been here that little bit longer and she's settled. She's quite happy for me to go down this back end and mess where these mats were. And, you know, look at her, chilling, quite chilly chill. Little one in there. So all she's been doing with Mum, she's just been getting her own way. And when she does the little meow, hey, yes, she's been pulling the wool over Mum's eyes because Mum thought she was hurting her. And I've said to her, you're not hurting her at all. This little one just knows how to get off the table for the groom session by doing her little mews and putting a paw out to stop you because she would rather be doing something else than being brushed.
Little monkey.
Little monkeys, aren't you? You're all the same. You're all. So, I mean, look, I'm not even having to hold now. She's quite relaxed, enjoying this zoomy. Yeah.
Should be off like a shot.
He's lying. You're lying. You're lying. Come on then, settle you down. So yeah, I'm going to put the, I'm going to get some oatmeal through that coat now. Good girl. Good girly. So we're going to start. Move that out of the way. Back that way. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the mew she makes with Mum. So the main areas obviously to concentrate on are the trousers, the flanks, the trousers, because this is where all the thick hair is. So see how good she's being there? So all we do, we put her back into position and we ask her to sit nicely and calmly, don't we? Are you eating more fur? There's nothing there. And then we'll just go in at the next little section up. And we go again. And we've got some bits coming away there. And she'll get used to this. I mean, that is not hurting, missus, is it? Hmm? No, it's not hurting. You're just being a little...
Diva.
Yeah. A little diva. Yes. Okay, good girly. Oh, that's a nice position. That's a lovely position, isn't it? Hey? There you go. That's those. Oh, we have a little wash ourselves.
Having a wash?
Are we helping? Is this quite nice? Having a slave? Oh, stuck in your tail.
Having a wash.
Is this quite nice? Somebody doing this for you? Okay, so it's down to technique again, as I say, don't just put the comb through and pull at the hair. You do a little bit at a time and you're holding the skin up and you're going in just nice and gently. And then another little bit. And another little bit. And another little bit. So that's just hair. Little noise. Of course, that's what Mum's been listening to, thinking she's hurting her. Yeah. Good girl. baby. Get rid of that because you've got a habit of eating it, haven't you? What was that?
Hello.
See, sometimes if you're doing the business back here with the old grooming, if you can have someone at the front end to just distract them, like cameraman Steve, it distracts them to take their idea, you know, their brain off what's actually happening here.
I think she's enjoying that.
She is, she's just quite happy.
Oh, the bulldozer.
Hey, she says, don't call me that now. Don't call me that anymore. So she's all clear there. It's this bit I want to concentrate on here now. All this tufty. See the back leg? Back leg came up there like, get off. Get off me. Good girl. So again, we just go in. We get a little section. Ignore this.
It's a tickle spot.
If you need to, swap hands. We swap. So yeah, this is round the back of the armpit here. She's washing again there. A little washy wash. So again, I'm holding the skin here, just while we get this one away. All right, baby. Okay, that's gone. It's gone. Good girl. And then this really fine finger and thumb. And that tidies up that whole little line there. And then we go again. Good girl. Good girlie, thank you. Are you helping? Have I missed a bit? Is there a bit there I've missed? What a good girl. Yeah? Go on. Yeah. Good girlie. Yeah, thank you. Good girl, Winnie. Good girlie. Are you gorgeous? Are you having a wash? Oh, well, you made Mummy look a liar now, haven't you? That's the extent of your washing. Oh, I'll do a leg. I'll have a little attempt at a leg. That's not much of a groom, is it, really?
No.
I mean, my little girl grooms forever, doesn't she, Steve? Constantly grooming.
It's a bit of an effort, isn't it?
It's a, yeah, it's a start, Winnie.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So yeah, this coat is actually, I can already see just on the shoulder section here, there is just this, oh no, come here. Good girl. The starts of a bit of a sheen coming on the back of her here now, which is what we want. So I'm going to put this spray as well. Let's go that way. Good girl.
I think it's a rough as coat.
Is it? Do your ruff at the end, hey? Ready for your photo shoot. So again, real wispy. Just don't want to get her whiskers, just moving her head away. Fingers and thumb again. Take all this real wispy bits away. Just plucks away. Because the comb's actually missing it because it is so fine. So there's no knots there, I've been through it, there's nothing knotty, no mats. And we'll just, get that away.
Just even a bit for the belly clipper, isn't it?
Yeah.
The belly clip, please.
Yeah. First rolly over, and how good is she being? Okay, boo-boo. Okay. Now I just want to feel, because I know under here, somewhere, there is a little mat. Yes. I just want to get under there. If I can I just get under there, boo? Good girl. Okay, just the other armpit. We'll do that one in a second. Let's do a roly-poly the other way. Okay, let's go that way. Let's do a roly-poly that way for me, Pooh. What a good girl. Hey, Winnie. Ready, steady, and popsy over. What a good girl. I just want to clear both armpits. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Good girl. All right, baby. Good girl. Oh, you're a sweetie, aren't you? Hey, you're a sweetie. You are. Can everybody see your tummy? You are. So it's the usual place, right under the armpits. And usually between the hind legs, but I think she's actually all right between the hind legs. She is. But I'm going to continue with the belly clip down anyway. And just help her for the summer. What a good girl. Winnie. Can I just get under that little bit there? Thank you. Oh, she's good girlie. Oh, you are. Yeah. How good is that, Bubba? Hey, how good are you?
And you need
Someone's really helping with the grooming, yeah. Licking my arm. So I've got everything out, all mats are gone, belly clips. She's had a belly clip done. Yeah. Put that little belly under there. She's a good girl. She's at it again. It's just the once over. I'm quite happy there, baby.
just a rough needs a comb.
This is what you're doing, Uncle Steve. What a good girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. So just a bit. And she's had the full works, haven't you? Hey? You have. Let's have a little look under here. There you go. Get some of these stragglies away here as well. Hey? You purring? You're having a little purr there, madam, aren't you?
Little tractor.
Thank you. What a lovely little girlie you what? Ooh, all that fluff. She lets you know when she's had enough, doesn't she, with that paw? But all you do, you just move somewhere else and then go back to where you wanted to be. So we're just tidying that ruff up a little bit. Just don't want to grab any of her whiskers. I don't want to pull your whiskers, do I? Hey? So as usual, all the grooming tool links are beneath in the description that I use. And basically by now you probably all know that I tend to use a molten comb and the Zoom groom and my clippers, and that is about it, to be honest. Oh, my nail clippers, of course.
And your fingers.
But yeah, my fingers. It's just, it all comes down to technique and being consistent with grooming your cat, and then eventually you'll have such lovely grooming sessions with your cat because they'll be looking forward to the pampering, and it won't be so much of a chore, you know, because mums and dads can get quite stressed when the cats won't sit still for them. And so we can get a pussy cat who actually eventually starts to love being groomed, which I don't think it's going to take much for Mrs. here. You know, it'll be a nice session for mum and Pusscat, won't it, hey? Do you know what? I think that's you done, madam.
Oh.
Are you happy? Are you happy, girlie?
Thank you, Auntie Nita.
Yeah. You good girl. Oh, let's just get all that fluff off your eyes for your final shot.
Oh.
There you go, that's better.